What were the qualities that set Lewis Hamilton apart?
His racecraft, his just wheel-to-wheel racing has just excelled, especially against the likes of the Ferraris. When he's been up against it, races where you thought it was impossible for him to actually get in front of both of them, like Monza and the home Grand Prix, he got the job done. And I think just consistency, and I think the foundations of the whole team that they've built over the last 4 seasons in Mercedes has just excelled, and Ferrari have kind of dropped off where they did last year.
I think that consistency, that strength and ability to dig deep and to get into qualifying, and when he needs to pull it out of the bag, he's able to do that. And that consistency, as I said before, is something that's been very, very strong and very difficult for anybody else to beat him.
It was the fight for 5. Lewis won it decisively.
Well, I remember, Craig, when we were standing by the side of the track in testing, and we were wondering what was going to characterise this season. How was it going to manifest itself? I don't think we could have expected how close it was going to be. And we came up, didn't we, with the fight for 5 in the great tradition of Ted Rogers. And do you know, part of me thought Sebastian Vettel was going to win it, because I felt there was a desire for a change in Formula One, for a different world champion. And actually, if you look at the way that Ferrari went about their season, they were eased through various technical innovations that they came up with that a lot of the other teams had problems with, especially around their double battery and their energy recovery system. So you felt that there was a mood for Ferrari to actually be, if you like, helped technically to a world championship, but that didn't factor in the power in Mercedes and the strength and depth of their organisation and Lewis Hamilton's will to get the job done. And that's what's really impressed me about the whole thing. It's Hamilton's desire, completely unfaded after 4 world championships, to get another 5th one, and the desire within that Mercedes organisation. They can keep going and going, can't they?
So can he get to 7?
Absolutely, he can get to 7. This season totally proved to me that Mercedes, completely undimmed by the success that they've had so far, and that they were going to be going for 6 next year and 7 the year after. And with the engine regulations not changing for 2021, Craig, who's to bet against them making it even more than that?
David, I mean, you were from his neck of the woods. Right? What does it mean for a young boy from Stevenage to be a 5-time world champion?
I think it means everything. It's not just a young boy from Stevenage, it's a young boy who grew up in a council house without some of the privileges afforded to many in this world, and through determination, sheer bloody-mindedness at times, hard work, the odd lucky break, great driving, has gone on to become one of the great Formula One drivers of all time. He's a 5-time world champion. The stats all add up. You know I like my stats. They add up for Lewis Hamilton. And the best thing is, there'll be more to come as well. He's not finished yet. He's actually reaching his peak, and I don't think he's reached his peak just yet.
You drove with Schumacher. He's in. He has him in his sights. Can we put it in those terms? Can he match those numbers?
I think he can, but again, it's down to he's got to have the right car and the right package around him. That's exactly what he's had in the recent sort of 4, 5, 6 years. And I think they can sublime that, and if they do that, I think he will just only grow in strength. For me, this is the strongest I've ever seen Lewis Hamilton drive.
We all wanted to see the battle go that bit longer, but I think you can honestly say the best team and the best man's won at this point. I just hope that what we've had over the past few Grand Prix, with the Red Bulls being in the fight and Ferraris making that comeback after that lull that they've had with their upgrades, that they come back fighting next year.